Okay, our next chapter is called Notre Dame. And I'll be reading from a Kindle, which is right there. But with my glasses darkened, maybe you'll think I'm looking at you. That's the hope. It was relatively uneventful week for Peter and Agent 13 until Friday morning when Peter was at the cash register. It was after 10 a.m. when the morning rush had passed and there was still a steady flow. Peter's responder made a sound. "Ah, fuck, not now," he said out loud. "Excuse me?" asked the customer, who was handing Peter money for his newspaper. "Sorry, mate, I wasn't talking to you." The man walked out of the shop looking upset. "Mr. Casey, this is Agent 13. Possible terrorist match." The front of Peter's eyes lit up with data and images that the agent's algorithm had churned up requesting Casey's permission to intercept. Peter was trying to read all of the data while scanning the bachelor's baked beans. "How's it going?" Peter asked the customer he was serving. "Grand, thanks," said the customer. "Permission to intercept," requested 13. "Hold your fucking horses, John Wayne," Peter said under his breath. The customer looked sideways at Peter's ears. "Are you on the phone or something?" asked the customer. No, sorry, I have this condition." Peter walked away from the counter and called Morris. "Morris, can you come up to the counter? I'm not feeling well." Morris came towards the front of the shop. "What's wrong?" asked Morris. "I need to take a shite really bad, Morris." "Oh, okay." Sorry. I haven't read this in a long time. "Oh, okay," said Morris as he attended to the line of customers. Peter ran into the toilet. "Okay, what's the story?" "Male, Tunisian, 26 years old, wanted by the FBI. Lived in Pakistan in 2006 and has possible ties to Osama bin Laden. I scanned him in a cafe and followed him to Notre Dame." "Does he look like he's about to do something?" "Does he have a weapon or a vest?" asked Peter. "His torso looks normal and I have no evidence of weapons." "Well, then why are you calling me? That sounds like shite evidence. That lot's probably all related to bin Laden. Let the FBI deal with him if they want." "He is also linked to Mohammed Bakali," said Agent 13. Well, that's different," said Peter, who recognized the name as the mastermind behind the 2015 Paris attacks. "I show multiple electronic connections, bank accounts, social site connections, etc." "That's enough to go on," said Peter. "Is that him?" asked Peter as he viewed the center part of what Agent 13 was seeing. "Yes, that's why there is a red box around his head." "Oh, yeah, makes sense. Nice little backpack he has on there. Do you think he's going into Notre Dame to say his prayers, 13? "I have no way of deciphering that, Mr. Casey." "I'm not really being serious, 13. What's in that backpack, 13? "Nothing metal that I can see." "Let's go chat with him." "I have excellent interrogation programming, sir," replied 13. "Yeah, I'm sure you do, but I grew up in Ringsend." The suspect was standing on his own, looking at the famous large stained glass window from inside the building when 13 tapped him on the shoulder. Peter's voice came out, but with 13's French accent. "How's your friend Bakali doing?" asked the agent. The man looked shocked and looked around. "Who are you looking for, mate?" continued 13. "What do you want with me? Who are you?" "Just curious, man, wondering why, sorry, let me make a highlight there. Just curious, man, wondering why Bakali's mate is in a Catholic church. Shouldn't your feet be smoking right now? How would your mates feel about you being here? Did you switch sides?" "This interrogation is inappropriate, Mr. Casey," said Agent 13. Peter ignored 13. "You have nothing on me and know nothing about me. This is racial profiling." "Nothing to do with race, boss man. Just answer my fucking question," said the agent as he poked the man in the chest. "Security! Security!" screamed the suspect. Two security guards in the distance looked towards them and started to come their way. Peter panicked. As no vest was detected, Agent 13 grabbed the man, put him over his shoulder and ran towards the exit. "Stop! Stop!" screamed the police, but Agent 13 was already at a far distance from the guards who were now in pursuit while speaking into their radios. As Agent 13 ran towards the large door, a police officer stood in his way, but 13 pushed him into a wall. Agent 13 ran towards his car, putting the suspect into the back seat. The man tried to escape the car and under Peter's direction. 13 punched the man in the face, knocking him unconscious. Meanwhile, back in the Tesco toilet, Peter was feeling anxious about work. "Bring him somewhere, anywhere," said Peter. "I need to get back to work." Peter went back into the main area of the shop and started to stack some shelves while Morris was at the cash register. As he was stacking the shelves, he brought Agent 13's audio-visual back online. Agent 13 was speeding out of the city and Peter could see a police car in the rear view mirror. However, with Agent 13's built-in, highly evolved navigation system, it did not take him long to lose the police. As Peter was stacking some dog food cans, an older woman stood beside him. "What kind of food would you recommend for a smaller dog?" "Pedigree, chum, love." The woman picked up the can. "But these dogs look awfully large on the can." In the car mirror, Peter could now see the man on the back seat starting to wake. "You can't trust those pictures, love. Your little dog will do just fine with this," he said impatiently. The woman continued to stand beside him looking at other cans. The man in the back seat woke and realized where he was. Without hesitation, he reached for the door handle. Agent 13 and Peter both reached back, 13 to grab the suspect and Peter to grab thin air behind the older woman who was starting to walk away from him. "Get back here, you fucking cunt!" screamed both 13 to the man and Peter to the entire shop. Agent 13 held tightly to the man's jacket while he took control of the car with his left hand. Peter stood in the shop frozen, his left hand holding a can of dog food, his right hand reaching out to nothing. The people in line stood looking at him, as did Morris, as did the older woman. "Excuse me," yelled the woman. "I wasn't talking to you." "Then who, may I ask, were you talking to?" Peter stood frozen. I have this condition." The woman stormed out of the shop. Sorry. Morris went back to the customers in line. Peter continued stacking shelves, concentrating hard on holding the man in the back seat while not moving a limb himself. "Just make sure he doesn't escape and drive around for a bit," Peter thought to 13. The end of his shift came and Morris suggested they go to O'Donoghue's for one. "I'm serious, Peter, just one. It's the one I owe you. Then you can go home." They sat in the usual area near the door as the musicians were not present. Morris walked back with 2 pints. "What the fuck happened to you today, Peter?" "I don't know, Morris." "What do you mean you don't know, Peter? You call that woman a cunt." I wasn't talking to her, Morris. She was the only one standing anywhere near you, Pete. You're going to have to do better than that. I don't know when Niamh gets on your arse tomorrow. You know that Owen is going to tell her. Listen, man, I can tell you're not yourself these days, and you don't have to tell me. But you do need a story for Niamh, and I'm here to help you find one. I hope you're getting help, Pete. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you as a workmate. That's an awkward. I stumbled over that. I'm not sure what to tell her, Morris. Tell her you were on the phone and you were talking to them when you said it, not the old lady. You'll get in trouble for being on the phone at work, but it'll be better than the alternative. You got into an altercation with one of your pub mates and he was going to hang up on you, and that's when you said it, and you said it to him. Morris, that's a stupid story. Do you have a better one? No, but that Owen knew I wasn't on the phone. Peter, you had your left headphone in, which she couldn't see, as she was on your opposite side. There's your story, mate. Okay, Morris, thanks. The suspect was brought to a location for questioning by some of Thompson's contacts in Paris. Although there was no credible evidence that he had intended to do anything in Notre Dame when 13 found him, there was enough evidence to hand him over to the American authorities, which Thompson did. Thanks for listening. By the way, a few notes on that. I just love that scene of the awkwardness of Peter trying. It's his first mission, and he just doesn't have the multitasking skills, and he's stressing out. And I just love the idea of Agent 13 reaching back yelling at the guy, and then Peter just, because Peter can't just think it, he's still in his immaturity stage of being a controller, so he has to act it out. And the lady's standing there. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.